Well, I saw a Timon's Spriggan Rider, Distortion Trident. Nothing too amazing in this vault, so it's probably going to be it did already get a nerf. I don't know if you're aware, Alcopop, but it doesn't slow monsters anymore. So that already did happen. Amulet of Reflect. Yeah, nothing too amazing in here. Don't really need brand weapon. I already have like 8 of them. Could come back to it later. But there's just like a cure pot. Potion of Flight, not even a cure pot. So yeah, it did get an adjustment. It could get another one. It is still quite strong. I was also musing the idea of getting Ice Beast out of the Book of Frost, but that's a thing that I would discuss, I think, with others. Is it Frozen Ramparts being strong? A little bit less of a problem as long as, you know, when you don't have so many strong spells in the book. So I'm just going to melee this stuff. I think it actually wouldn't need a replacement necessarily because you have Hailstorm at the top end. If Ramparts is that good, doesn't necessarily need a replacement. But that's just one idea, you know. So. Well, indeed you are correct. I don't have any unID'd stuff. The smooth swamp, I guess, as expected. So I am using my Ring of Art Poison here just kind of for convenience, not because it's actually better than the +5 slaying. Dispersal, huh? Oof. Who are we training right now? Oh, fighting? Go ahead and memorize this. %, actually quite close. Get this up to 18. Wow, we have 34 EV. Oh, in water now. Wand of Clouds, May's favorite wand. No idea why I am carrying arrows. Once again, no problems in swamp. What could possibly go wrong? He said. The healing of the wounds. Pretty good on all our consumables. Can't complain too much. Wow, we got a lot more mutation. I'm probably not going to play any mutation roulette. I mean, they're not that great, but at the same time. Dang, it's by Susan. So, does she resist cold by chance? She does resist cold. It does make it a little bit more complicated. We're definitely going to move back into water. We're going to see if we can... Oh, we already lost our box of beasts. That's fine. Can't really set up... oh, here we go. There's by Susan the Dagon. Now I have to be a little bit careful because she does have. I'm not gonna. So I'll switch over to Arlek just out of an abundance of caution, really. Now is she resistant? Yeah, she is still. She's not going to be alive for too much longer. Could give Absolute Zero a try, but it would have to. I'd have to put on. I could put on Wizardry for it. That would actually would have been a good test case for it. Come to think. But what do we? I want to waste more acid. I guess so. Oh, okay. Well. Did not get lucky with the old there we go. Made a crap ton of noise, but it's alright. Cool guy, dude. The good rule of thumb is that allies are really, really good in this game, and being able to know like how to manipulate them so that you're able to do what you want to do is kind of it's a good thing because it increases the power level of your character a lot. So for Box of Beasts, it makes, with this level of Evo, it doesn't make very good summons really. It makes, you know, fairly low tier with only say 5. When it gets around to 10 or 12, they start becoming stronger, and if you get really high Evo, they become really strong. So, but basically use allies to set up, you can use it anything from just setting up like a barrier so that you don't have to get close to something, or you can use it to get monsters around you so that maybe only one monster you want to kill is adjacent to you and a bunch of other monsters aren't. Maybe those other monsters aren't like super dangerous, but if you get like 3 of them around you, they can add up, and then you're focused on the one thing that is really dangerous. So I had Ice Beasts and those to just kind of soften her up. And actually, they also, the nice thing they do is they distract her. You saw how she was distracted a bunch. So I was able to sit there and pelt her with like Bolt Wand of Acid for a while until she finally managed to notice me after the mutant beast had died. So it just made me like, you know, it allowed me to do damage kind of safely. At this point, I'll probably just melee these guys out with my Ozo. These guys do really strong. So this is a case where I'm using my allies more to block, at least for a while. Eventually, you know, by the time he did bust through, he didn't have much health left. So I could have taken a hit to the face, but this guy, I'll just let him close in and poke him. Okay. These are Hydras probably from the main vault, but thankfully I'm not close enough that I'm getting like overwhelmed. So I'm able to just do kind of conventional stuff. Well. Ozo's Refridge is sort of better than melee because it always hits and it certainly probably does more damage too. But of course I only have so much MP before I have to... Ooh. Simulacrum though. Oh yes. Friends. Gather the Vault is up here indeed. Malacca, very good. These things, the AF cold will just like annihilate. Well, if it isn't my old friend Isel. What's up, Jink? Oh, did I? Huh. Alright. Are you in Freezing Vapors? You are. I'll just sit here and Ice Blast stuff. Well, he can put me to sleep pretty easily, so that's not ideal. So I'm gonna freeze his butt. His butt got frozen. What we got here? Ooh, heavily ruined plate. Probably not going to work out so hot for me. He is kind of nice, but... Let's see what it is, of course. We have to see what it is. Like the invocable in Viz, don't like the +0. Whoa. Oh, what a miscast. The Dunkadome. I like that, the Dunkadome. I have to remember that. Next time I see Helmonk, I'm going to send him to the Dunkadome. Okay. Hydra or Tyrant Leech that manages to do more damage to me than like all other monsters in Swamp so far. We got hogs. Everyone break out your hog emotes. We got hogs. Don't you dare porculate me, Kirky. I will not be porculated. Got her. Is that actually a hog? You know, well done, Reese. He actually did have a hog emote. Oh no, he's got multiple hog emotes. Who is this guy? Well, we got runes. We got 2 runes. 2, count them. Let's go, maybe we'll do, you know, I'd like to do Elf 1 and 2 if I can. Hoggers. Brand weapon, huh? Don't step on it. So the only sort of challenge with me is, well, there's not too much stuff that resists cold here. Dancing weapons. That's where I would like to have absolute 0. Do I have wizardry? Carrying it. What do we think about 13%? That miscast though. So we'll have to keep this. I mean, the miscasts are real. I don't think ice magic miscasts are too bad, but we're gonna have to be careful about that. Yeah, dancing weapons are about like the only thing. Oh, look at that. There's the crash. Crashity crash crash McCrasherson the crash. So we're gonna have to fix that crash. I think that's the lesson. Dancing weapon stronger than absolute zero. I was right to be worried about the dancing weapon. I thought it was something about unaware monsters, but it's something about how shouting is. I'm not sure why. Monsters that can't shout, maybe? I don't know. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Well, all my progress is saved. It'll go back to when I first entered Elf. Maybe I was thinking I was just going to do a couple levels of Elf and you know, maybe a level of Vault, so probably only about 30 more minutes. So let's switch over to some Infra Arcana, I guess. That'll give me, and then tomorrow I can work on fixing that bug before I, you know, do that, or before I play again, so that I won't be crashing every 5 minutes. Let me set up some stuff really fast.